Standing next to me is Hans Verhoef, part of TNO, Dutch Institute of Applied Science. Hans, what does TNO do?
Well, TNO is a Dutch organization which does a lot of things, from military policy studies up to where we are standing for wind energy, the TNO energy transition.
And what is your role within the TNO energy transition?
I am a project manager, and what I do is mostly offshore measurements and also involved in environmental studies.
And is that where the radar comes in?
That's where the radar eventually comes in. It started with a development of TNO where we developed a bird impact detection system. So that's really knowing how many bird casualties there are with the wind turbine.
That is the WT bird system?
Yes, exactly. That's the famous WT bird system, now applied not only in the Netherlands, USA, but soon also in Taiwan. And with the WT bird system you can see how many bird collisions there are, but we want to see more. And that's where the radar is coming into.
Yeah, because the limitation of a radar is that it doesn't actually detect collisions with the rotor blades, and that's where WT bird comes in. Those are sensors inside the blades to actually measure bird mortality?
Yes, exactly. We have sensors inside the blades and cameras looking up to the rotor of the wind turbine. So when there's a real impact, you can actually see the impact, but also the bird species.
And now both our technologies are being used in this project in Taiwan, but you also acquired a MAX radar recently as an institute?
Exactly, because what we want to gain is more and more knowledge, especially with standstill, curtailment, and that's something we are working now on what we call an intelligent standstill facility. And there the Robin Radar MAX is the best there is.
Why is that?
It's providing 3D information, gives also information on height, so you can see really the...
There are more systems, there are also other radar systems that provide height information, but in this case it's the full 3D aspect, so exactly. Every target has height information.
Exactly, and when you look inside the wind farm, that kind of information is valuable, especially when you want to look at bird impacts, but also how the bird flies within the wind farm. And that is what we are looking for. So not only looking at bird impacts, but also can we provide an intelligent standstill facility.
And you've acquired the system quite recently, so you're now getting to know the system's performance. What is your first impression?
It's a really professional system. The system we bought is also specially designed with a container, so we can use it maybe also in the future for offshore applications.
And it's a container that actually contains the radar and it comes out placed on the roof, right? So you have everything, yeah. It's a radar in a box.
Exactly, and so it's mobile. Of course you can't use it with your own car, but it is easy to transport. And that gives us also the possibility of using it for studies in other wind farms.
When you switched on the radar, you saw its initial performance. So what was the delta between what you expected to see and what you actually saw?
Well, to be honest, we have seen the radar already operational at the Royal Dutch Air Force.
Yeah.
So we knew already what it would do, yeah, and what we could expect. And in that sense, it was really something like, okay, it was installed, it was really plug and play. So we were really satisfied that the installation was done very smoothly and it immediately worked. So we could also immediately see bird flight patterns. Yeah. So that was really
it's the exciting unboxing experience as if
exactly.
Buying an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the cooperation with my team, how do you perceive the cooperation with the Robins?
Oh, it was really nice. I mean, it's a very young team. If you look at how the meetings went, but also how the installation, it is really inspiring to work with Robin Radar.
Okay. Good to hear. Well, that's likewise. And of course, I asked you a question about TNO, but I know TNO pretty well because the technology actually originated within TNO in the 80s. So that's it's really a circle of life that you're now one of our customers. So that's fantastic. If people are watching this and they are in the process of selecting a radar, what advice could you give them to look for or not to look for or to warn them?
Well, look for a company which is honest. Start asking and also providing the things you want to know. And that's what we especially found out with the Robin radar. You can really have a good discussion with the people to find out the real optimal solution.
So not only addressing the capabilities, but also the limitations of radar, for example?
Yeah, exactly. That is really important, that you don't tell fairy tales.
Yeah.
That's really important.
Yeah. Excellent. If somebody has seen this and would like to reach out to you on a one-on-one basis to get more information, is that okay?
Yeah, no problem. More than welcome.
Then thank you very much.
You're welcome.